Hey guys, welcome to Strange Suspicion. Thank you for being here on a Saturday night. Bob and I are really happy to see all of you. Shout out to Spoken Realness, EC Juggalos, Cyborg Mama, Dr. Fell, Hawkeyes, Virginia Wolf, everybody in the chat, actually, Drovel, Dole, whatever we should call you, you little rascal. So we are here today on the 17th of May, and as you know, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. I want to encourage you all to check in with your loved ones and your friends often this month and make it a habit to do so like every month of the year, because Mental Health Awareness Month is just a month where you can like remind yourself that it's important to listen to people, and it's important to take time for people that may not have people taking time for them or have anybody to take time for them, and make sure that you're lifting people up. I don't know if you're aware, but Bob and I pass almost every day. There's like a display in front of the VFW. They're all around the country, I'm sure. And there's 22 people that take their lives every day that used to serve in the armed forces. And it's very unfortunate. I am an Army veteran, and I know that I've lost a few people that I served with through suicide. And I just hope that each and every one of you make sure that everybody that you are loving and caring for is doing great. So just make this month a practice of doing that. Check on the sad people and make sure you lift them up. Are you here, Bob? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
There he is. Awesome. So I guess the three things that we'll be discussing on this live today are the mental health stuff, and we will have EC up for EC's moment. Also, we are going to be talking about true crime. There are two cases in particular that I wanted to discuss, one being the P. Diddy trial, but most importantly, the Bryan Kohberger trial. So if you're following the Bryan Kohberger trial, please let us know in the chat. Bob, what do you find most interesting going on currently in the trial?
What do I find most interesting going on in the trial?
Yeah, let's start with you. Or one of the most interesting current.
Well, the alternative suspects is like the topic right now, right? So
right. So would it be fair to say that you think there are alternative suspects in the case?
I mean, come on now. Fucking serious? Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Look at that. We have El Juggalo in the chat. Shout out to you. So the three things that we did outline when we were discussing before, we did outline three things, and one was the alternate suspects, and the second one you know more than me about, which is some internet searching he was doing.
We're just gonna jump topics that quick. We didn't even talk about
I don't know. Do you want me to expand on who I think the alternative suspects can be?
Well, I mean,
did you want to?
For me, I think it could be a handful of people. It could be college students. Could be the fucking hoodie guy. Could be fucking.
Which is Jack Showalter, right?
Could be Bryan Kohberger. I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna say. I'm kind of interested, but like the judge said, they're gonna have to have some kind of evidence to back it up. They just can't throw the shit out there like that. But
right, and the third attorney on Brian's team was saying that she did have concrete evidence, right? Oh, strategic or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean that's how they said they were going to lay it out, or something. I don't know.
Right. I think one of the alternate suspects. I think one of the alternate suspects would be maybe, I don't know, like the fraternity. Do you feel like a drunk college student maybe would be upset? We were like, I'll just like just between you and I, you know, what we were watching earlier, there was a streamer we're watching earlier where a predator got caught. And you guys, this child predator was from Idaho. And he traveled 9 hours to meet a minor, and he had a gun. And I thought that was really interesting because Idaho has a weird, like, the reason I'm bringing it up, Bob, is that there's so many remote areas in Idaho where people may or may not think that they can get away with things or flee to if they have done things. Like, people were interested in, like how you said, the hoodie guy could be an alternative suspect. Well, that guy was said to go hide out in some cabin, right? So that is a believable story, right?
Apparently, yeah. He was
like, it's so remote out there, right? When we were checking out where the I can't say the name of it, that park that Bryan Kohberger went to when he was stargazing, it's like Waya Waka Waka or something. I don't know what it's called. Do you remember?
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember the pronunciation of it, but that park itself, that national park, was so huge, and like there was like nothingness anywhere. So I feel like Idaho is like a very strange place, and I feel like the law enforcement might be a little loose or a little true blue. So there was also the rumor of Kaylee being involved with one of the officers. I don't know if it was the Rosendahl or who it was, but it was one of them in the video. I have to mute for a second. Sorry, I was coughing.
No worries. Now you're muted again.
Sorry. I was looking in the chat at what Virginia Woolf said, but you have it on the screen. Underlying footage shows a dude getting out of the car earlier in the night and heading toward the house, and a guy at a dumpster getting something same time. Yeah, I've seen that dumpster video. I wasn't sure if he was like getting something out of the dumpster, if he was putting something in the dumpster, or even just if he was just walking past the dumpster. You know what I mean? Because of the angle of the video and how he was walking. I don't. Did you see his hand go anywhere, Bob? I'm trying to remember that video.
I don't know. I can't really remember. I think he threw something away. I'm not sure. I do know that video, but I never really paid attention to it because it just didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, originally everybody had thought that was Bryan Kohberger in the video, right? Dumping the knife.
Mm-hmm.
If that was the case, at least there would be a murder weapon, right? At least there would be a knife to go with the K-bar, the alleged K-bar, which is another part of what I think the case is very interesting, is that they're talking about some K-bar knife sheath, okay? And as we know, those of you that follow true crime, touch DNA is like, I can go to any store and touch something, and then Bob goes and touches it, and then we touch the counter. Bryan Kohberger touched the counter before Maddie touched the counter, before Maddie touched her K-bar to defend herself. I don't know. It's touch DNA is really, really strange to me. And even if his DNA is on a K-bar knife sheath and there's no knife to go with the knife sheath, I don't think that proves that was a murder weapon. I don't believe. Was there any blood found on the knife sheath?
Oh, well, it should have been covered in blood.
But
my problem is, I've heard so much shit lately about
Silver Stasher says he has a K-bar. Huh. I'm sorry, Bob. What were you saying?
I heard a bunch of stuff lately that fuck, I don't remember what I was saying now.
About blood on the knife sheath?
No, just no. I don't remember. No, I can't remember. It's all right.
Sorry. Okay. So besides the fact that there's no K-bar knife to go with the K-bar knife sheath, and the fact that there are, so you think, are there any other alternative suspects in your mind?
No.
Besides Jack Showalter and
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there was a lot of things brought up about the parents and how the parents had like ties to drugs. That's what I think I was getting at with the child predator thing, was that they mentioned that in Idaho, meth was a big deal. So I was thinking maybe because the parents of 2 of the victims had ties to a drug like that, that possibly somebody who would want revenge against those parents would go after their children. That was my tie-in with that story. Because we did hear it was very prevalent there, right? Meth use.
But yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay. So the next thing that we had on the list, that was what?
I guess this picture here of him.
Okay, so there's Bryan Kohberger, you guys, accused quadruple murderer from, well, who lived in Moscow, Idaho, right there. See, look, first of all, let's look at this picture, you guys. Tell me if you disagree with me, but I mean, that's more shadow than bush on those eyebrows. What do you think? What do you think, Bob?
He didn't do it. That's what I think.
Right, I don't either, but just like to take a look at the guy, I'm just saying, like, first of all, okay. Moving right along though, there were some searches that Bryan Kohberger did that recently came to light, and I missed kind of the report of it, but Bob got it, and so we discussed this too, which was was it porn searches, porn videos?
He was like searching porn for passed out and drugged. He was also watching different YouTube videos, but yeah, I guess I kind of, if he was like researching the case, but if that was
right,
like,
that's what I think too.
That's like what he got off to, I don't know. I think that's what they're going to try to push in court, that he's like a sicko getting off to that shit or something.
Right, like he's into that kind of porn where somebody's passed out, and that would tie him to the murders because there was no sexual assault reported from what I had heard. So I don't know how that would tie in, but I feel like if he's a criminology student, just like you said, and he was researching it, I would guess that the rumor of this video we all heard about, that when she was talking about how many terabytes of evidence she had and that some of it contained video, people believe that there was like a snuff film like being passed around. So I think it's possible Bryan, being 10 miles away from where this happened and being autistic and being a criminology student, all wrapped up into one human being's brain, he probably looked for such a video to try to help crack the case. If you guys don't remember, Bryan Kohberger did want to get involved as far as employment with the police department. So he, you know, in a way, like just like we're like true crime fans, he is like almost a detective at a PhD level of criminology. He's more educated than what you need to be a detective on the police force. So maybe he was trying to help out and crack a case and secure a job. But on the other hand, maybe Bryan Kohberger likes that kind of thing. But I just find it just a weird, like if you didn't have the criminology aspect in there and his interest in the case, which is what his neighbor had stated in that video that we just had out about Bryan Kohberger, that Bryan Kohberger was talking like at lengths to the guy that he had just met about the case, and that the guy thought that was weird. But if there was a quadruple murder 10 miles away from where we lived, I would probably be quite interested in it as well. I mean, I wouldn't be looking that kind of thing up, but I'm not a criminology student. So I don't know what you guys think in chat, but I really don't think it's strange. Is there anything else on that, Bob?
What do you mean?
On the Bryan Kohberger case?
I don't know. I can't read your writing.
Okay. So I guess we'll move along then. The other case that we were looking at was the P. Diddy case. And I saw a video this morning. And if you guys are sensitive to that kind of thing, like that essay type stuff, I guess is how we're supposed to discuss it on YouTube. Just the only tip that I have for you for the P. Diddy case is to watch it with like an AI voice, because it takes a little bit of the emotion out. But this morning when I was watching this stuff that was recorded that P. Diddy did, that people were talking about on the stand, you guys, it's despicable, disgusting, inhumane. It's like a train wreck. It's like the more you hear, the more you keep listening, but you don't want to hear what comes after it. Like, it's disgusting. I can just tell you one thing that I heard was that he took his wife down there and he was showing her different rooms. And the one that stood out to me was P. Diddy took her.
You got to say down where you didn't even say that it was tunnels, did you? There was like
I was getting there. He was taking her down to these rooms, and she said that when you went out into the yard, that it looked like part of the landscaping, but it was like a slope, and you like opened it up and you went down. And like, you guys, when I heard this, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I thought, you know how people like we dive into a lot of conspiracy theories here, you guys, and we've heard that a million times. Tunnels in the Idaho 4 case, tunnels, you know, mob bosses, and what is the Mexican one called? Cartel, that they have tunnels, right? And I had heard rumors that P. Diddy had tunnels, and I was like, that's sick, right? There's no way. She said he took her down into these tunnels underground, under their yard, large tunnels. And the one that stood out to me the most was he took her to this room, and it was completely dark. And the other rooms were kind of like themed, and it looked like furniture that nobody ever sat in. And there were outfits hanging up to wear that looked like nobody ever wore. She was like, weird. And then there was a dark one, and there was nothing in there. And there was like a chain on the wall. And she said, he told her, this is where he takes the ones that he owns. And my heart dropped. I was like, are you serious? Like, that's real? Like, that blew my mind. Like, this guy is a freaking monster. I hope he goes to jail, like, until his last breath. I hope he has the worst experience. Like, I've never, in my life, I could never imagine somebody bringing me to some dark room and being like, look, this is cool. This is my room. See, this is where I keep people that I own. I would be scared as hell if somebody said that to me. I don't know. It is very serious. It is very, very serious. That's right, Cyborg Mama. Very serious. But there is a lot of people testifying against P. Diddy. And I'm not sure if you guys are interested. So let me know if you're interested in that case or not, or any cases that you're interested in, because we were trying to discuss a little bit of Bryan Kohberger, but my writing is very sloppy. So we're not having an easy time doing that. But yeah, I do see.
Do you want me to run this out to you so you can read it?
Yeah, you could do that. Just so we don't like. I'll put out some. There's going to be a ticker at the bottom, you guys. These are channels that we support. Bob's taking something out to me. Oh, yeah. We forgot that part. Okay. So the third thing in the Bryan Kohberger case, you guys, that we were discussing before, that we wanted to make sure that we didn't forget, was the most interesting part about the proceedings the other day, was that Judge Hippler was laying out all of these rules, like all day long. He was just, it was like rules. And the last thing that we had heard about that just blew my mind, right, was that Dylan, so it's going to be televised publicly. Like, you can watch it once it starts right on regular TV. And Dylan and Bethany, the two, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the two surviving victims they do not have to be televised. It's going to be audio, but for some reason they don't have to be shown on the screen. If you don't think that's weird, let me know in the chat. But I mean,
yeah, they're
weird.
adults. It's usually like a child thing. I don't know why they're doing that. But
yeah, right? Like, they're not minors. And the other thing strange about these two girls were that they were both cleared. I don't know about you guys, but if I was in the same house where 4 people and I was there and I didn't have an alibi, like, what's their alibi? That's what I want to know. What's Dylan's alibi and what's Bethany's, that they just were like stone cold scared in their rooms for 8 hours? It's like, I really find it hard to believe that you're going to stay in that stench, even of one person like that. Yeah, I'm talking about Kohberger, Dr. Phil. No, the victims are alive, but no. Oh man, he's messing with me in the chat. See, it says the rest of the victims are dead. No. 4 of them died and 2 of them survived. You know what? This is a good time for Bob, can you
you don't have a lighter.
Yeah. Sorry. Fuck that all up.
Should have timed that a little bit better.
I can't even get it out. There, I got it. Sorry, do it again. How clowny. I was not prepared for that. Just so you guys know, that was our Cali Blaze break. And I fucked it all up. But just so you can see at the bottom of the screen, so there is absolutely no question. This is for educational purposes only. Okay. Today, I am smoking cotton candy Cali Blaze infused pre-roll. And this is about 48% THC. Super, super good. If you live in Colorado or if you live in Michigan, and now from what I understand in the city of Boston, Massachusetts, you can enjoy Cali Blaze. So please make sure that you do so, because that is the only brand of THC that, or cannabis, that Bob and I choose to smoke. We are sponsored by them. Shout out to Cali Blaze. That has been our Cali Blaze break. Play it again. Play it again. Bob, what is your favorite flavor, by the way, of that?
I don't know. I like them all, except there's a few I don't like. And it's not that I don't like them. It's just
that you
like,
don't prefer.
Yeah, the flavor is what I don't really care for. So, but
I know that you enjoy watermelon a lot. I enjoy like what?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I like them, yeah.
Well, just name a few that you like. That's all I was saying.
I was trying. I like watermelon. I like grape. I like the cotton candy. But yeah.
Yeah, Cali Blaze is a really good brand. I know that a few of our subscribers have tried Cali Blaze. I know that Cyborg lives in Colorado, and she has tried Cali Blaze. They do make a variety of things. Everything, actually.
Do you see this person, Juggalo Madness?
Juggalo Madness Cannabis Video Games. Juggalo Madness Cannabis Video Games.
Those are all good.
Shout out to you guys.
Those are all awesome things.
Yeah, each word of that is. I'm writing it down. Juggalo madness. That's badass. Perfect timing.
Yeah. What about Great
I'm gonna check
point,
that out.
Cyborg Mama.
Maybe I have checked that out. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys. Thank you, Cyborg. We do have a buy me a coffee link. We just started doing that because if you guys want to donate to our channel, by the way, I should put this up. I was going to put this up at the beginning, but I don't like to be that channel that asks for this. But yeah, YouTube takes about 40% of every super chat, every super sticker, of every membership. They pay you by 1,000 commercial views. You don't make $100 in a month. They don't pay you that month. So last month we didn't get a lot of commercial views. We got a lot of views, but we didn't get a lot of revenue. So if you want to donate to the channel, please feel free down there on the Cash App or the Venmo or the Buy Me a Coffee, which we just started. They take the least amount of money. And we also have merch and we have memberships, which start at $2.99 a month. That was my little spiel.
I'm coming to grab that. And I'll talk
This
about
right
that.
here?
I want to talk about that El Juggalo.
Yeah, you want me to bring this to you? I'll bring this to you.
I just watched that match this morning with Joey Janela. I just like, knowing he died and shit, like I could see like he could barely walk. I could see that when they threw him out, when he got thrown out of the ring and hit the floor, that was fucking brutal, man. That was really brutal. Like you didn't watch that with me, did you? Strange. You were sleeping or something, I think.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't, but
I mean, it's Sabu, man. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. It's Sabu. So, I mean, it's fucked up. Yeah, it sucks that he died. Yes, but it's better that I guess I don't know if it's better. Sorry, I think it's pretty cool. We got to see him wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he just didn't die out of the blue, kind of shit.
Was his last match with Cardona?
Trying to interrupt me. What?
Wasn't his last match with the guy that we watched today? Didn't I say that?
Yeah, and you said you didn't watch it. I thought.
No, I watched some of it. I'm talking about the one with the guy that's in the wheelchair.
That's not what I'm talking about, but what about that?
Remember they said that's the same guy that was in the last match with him?
Joey Janela, or
yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
What is the controversy though? What do you mean?
That he was on Kratom. He took a bunch of Kratom or something. Like he'd mentioned it, Joey Janela. God, I hope that's his name. I don't know why I'm fucking blanking.
Oh, Kratom. Okay.
Whatever. But.
Well, I guess if you want my opinion on it as well, I'll tell you my opinion on it. Sabu is a legend, and if he was using Kratom, it's none of my business. So I'm gonna say rest in peace to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think drugs he used before the match may have had something to do with his death.
Kratom's pretty brutal, but I'm not sure. I think it'll probably kill you, I'm sure, if you take too much of it.
Right. I'm not.
I don't know.
Bob would be more familiar with that.
I've taken Kratom before. I'll just throw it out there. I've done a lot of shit, to be honest with you. And I did take Kratom probably like 10 years ago. And I have done it off and on, but when I took it, I just took it for like a mood enhancer kind of thing. I wasn't taking it to like get off pills or anything like that. So I took it to like kind of make my mood change because I'm moody sometimes.
Everybody's moody sometimes. Do you see this comment right here? I'm trying to understand it. I'm kind of baked. It says we need to get YouTuber Superhuman in the JCW.
Superhuman's the kid that goes, this is for all the Juggalos and Juggalettes, and he jumps into like a fucking pile and acts like he's fucking dead. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
We've seen him a bunch. That's super weird.
Yeah, he was at the Gathering last year. I think he's been going since fucking Jay shot him out whenever a long time ago. Like something happened like that. But yeah.
I know who I think should be in the JCW, but it's not my call.
Well, there's fucking JCW tryouts at the Gathering. I don't think that dude's ever fucking tried out. He should. I think he's been in a wrestling match, probably. I don't know. I'm not claiming to know shit about JCW, but like especially older shit. Like, I mean, I know like Too Tough Tony. I'll admit it, man. I all I knew really was Too Tough Tony and Congo Kong from the past, and I didn't really fuck with JCW. Like, I didn't watch it, but now I watch it. I feel like a kid. Like, somebody said that in the chat the other day, and that's the one thing I like about JCW is I feel like I'm watching like WCW in 1996. I don't know. I'm like, I get this crazy feeling like I'm, in my 20s again or some shit. I don't know. I'm giving my
It's
age.
Awesome, right? Because we get to be right up close and we get to interact with them and we get it's amazing.
Yeah, every wrestler is fucking awesome to us. Like, it's been nothing but great. Like, every time we go somewhere, it's the shit. Like, I feel like the shit, and I feel like they are like great people. I mean, they're just people like everybody, but like a lot of them go above and beyond. Like, it's not just you're watching them wrestle; they're fucking working their asses off and shit, And
yes. Speaking of which, I don't want to not mention that we went to a event that one of the JCW wrestlers, it's his wrestling promotion, and it's called For Us Wrestling. That was pretty badass. If you guys have not seen For Us or FU Wrestling,
you said Jeeves, right? Yeah, that's Jeeves. If you guys didn't hear, that's Jeeves from JCW's Wrestling here in Michigan. Yeah, right. They get down pretty good.
Yeah,
and he's a comedian.
What's that?
Jeeves is a comedian.
Yes, Jeeves is a good comedian. We got to see his set right after the event, actually, because the event was there's a bar in the front where you can eat, and sometimes there's bands and stuff, and then there's this hall part in the back where the really big hall where the JCW stuff is. You just walk in the next hallway, and Jeeves was performing in there. It was pretty good. I was pretty impressed. And I was the only person wearing face paint there, so obviously I was the target of a lot of
every remarks. Person, every jokester, every fucking comedian thought it was funny, but I don't know.
El Juggalo, just so you know, if you're unaware, we do have quite a few JCW videos, and we will be having a For Us Wrestling video as well. But just so you know, there are a lot of wrestlers that wrestle in JCW that are also wrestling in For Us Wrestling.
I'll tell them. Yeah, there was who was there that night?
Mark. Oh yeah. Actually,
you know who Mark is, right? He's the announcer. Great guy.
Right, Mark. Mark Roberts.
The Backseat Boys were there. I guess we can say this, right?
Yeah, you can say who was there. It's public information.
Backseat Boys were there, and Mosh Pit Mike was there. Jeeves was there. Yeah, they threw it on in the ring. It was pretty good.
And there was a cancellation, which sucked. And El Juggalo, I know I see you all the time in JCW chat. If you didn't know this, the two people that had to cancel were Stephen Flo and Cocaine. And just like a little wrestling trivia for you, the Cocaine and Stephen Flo used to be a tag team called the Flight Club. So if you've never seen that, check them out because they're really, really cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're good dudes. I was gonna pitch my idea to Stephen Flo that weekend too, but I won't say it here because I don't want no one to steal it.
Well, I do believe that they're both going to be, we live in Michigan, as you guys know. There is an event coming up on June 13th that I don't want to fail to mention because that is Briar Wellington, Richie Rich's wrestling promotion, which is called Horror Slam. You guys, if you've not heard of Horror Slam, it is no holds barred, blood, glass, barbed wire, fire, shock. anything you can think of. Tables, you know what I mean?
It's all death matches, pretty much.
It's all death match. It is crazy. And I believe I saw on the flyer, I could be mistaken because I got bad eyes, but I'm almost certain on June 13th that Cocaine and Stephen Flo were on the flyer for the Friday the 13th event that is taking place in...
I was kind of trying to look it up, but I think
it was Southgate.
I have to sign
I know that Brian sent it to me. But I know it's, if you're here in Michigan, why don't you guys tell me what state you're in the chat? El Juggalo, what state are you in? I don't know if you've ever attended a JCW event. But if you haven't, what's that?
I'm going to try to share this.
Okay. I was going to say, El Juggalo, if you have not attended JCW in person, I would recommend that you absolutely do. And if you haven't, check out our videos because we've been making videos since Devil's Night on our channel.
Yeah, it's June 13th.
June 13th. Is there a name on it? It just says Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the flyer that I saw.
These are just different pictures. That's JJ Escobar and Cocaine. Yeah, that's one of the matches right there.
Oh, is it on it?
I don't
okay, there it is. Yeah. So Cocaine. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to get some candy. He's in Michigan. Interesting. Weird. So are we. So if you are in, is it Southgate? Does it say, here it is right here.
I don't know. I can't share
in Southgate, Michigan.
I can't share
25 Buccarinos. So shout out to Horror Slam and to Brian Wellington and his wife, Rachel Green, who puts on Horror Slam. Does an incredible job. She's an incredible promoter.
El Juggalo said he's in Michigan. So yeah.
Yeah. And then he said, honestly, maybe Horror Slam could be on YouTube, considering how popular it might be if it moves there. Actually, I do believe Horror Slam has a YouTube as well as a Instagram. And you're right, they do receive millions and millions and millions of views. And I think that's incredible. Remember we were talking to Briar about that. Outside of, so you guys, like when we went to Cleveland, when we went to the Cleveland Masonic, since we have press passes, we were in the back talking with Briar Wellington, and he was telling us about that. Remember?
Yeah.
And he was asking us if that was a lot of views, and yeah, it's a lot of views when you look at your YouTube or your Instagram and it says 6 million views. Like, fuck yeah! Shout out to you guys, Rachel and Briar Wellington. They do a great job.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's glass flying around. There's fucking barbed wire entanglement. There's shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we have a lot of we have at least 3 shorts from Horror Slam on our channel.
Yeah,
with Tarzan.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of footage. I don't know. Like making videos for JCW has been my thing, kind of. You know, it's just easier for me to do. Like the shorts that we did for Horror Slam were cool and shit. Like the video that we'll probably do for Jeeves, I know it's kind of weird talking about this live or whatever, but it'll probably just be the JCW parts because of another TV show or YouTube show or whatever, because I don't know how they filmed. I don't know how they filmed it, but we'll see how that works out.
Right.
I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about, but
I do. I'm listening to you.
Okay.
I was trying to be quiet while you're talking and not interrupt you. He's El Juggalo saying, you think we could get a Horror Slam in for us at the Gathering Along JCW versus GCW? You actually do, because they all, that's what I'm trying to tell you, they all like Backseat Boys. Shout out to the Backseat Boys. They're amazing. And they wrestle in SPO wrestling. They wrestle in they wrestle everywhere, actually. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up how many there are. I mean, they're all everywhere.
I know JJ Escobar has been in JCW for a second too. He came through.
He's really badass too.
Yeah, he's good.
And JJ Allen is back. It's pretty badass too.
They're the same person, right?
Yeah. I think so. I'm looking for
They are. I'm not gonna
something
ask
specific, and I'm distracted
that.
right now.
I would ask a clown.
Yeah, ask a clown.
No.
Hold on. I just wanted to see how many different promotions that they wrestle for.
Look at this one.
Okay. Holy cow. Holy cow. Aww. Okay, so I want to show you guys something. If you're ever wondering like stats on wrestlers or whatever, or you're like very, very interested in seeing who's in what, so you can check them out and everything, I will show you this really quick. I'm going to present this on the screen. You just go to this website and you type in their names and stuff. So for instance, I'll put our homie Tommy Grayson on there. So it
Dr.
says Juggalo Championship Wrestling, says Wrestling in the USA, it says GCW Wrestling, it says For Us Wrestling, City Championship Wrestling. This is this year, Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, Super X Grand Pro Championship Wrestling, Federated Wrestling Alliance, Atomic Legacy Wrestling, All-Star Wrestling, Only Wrestlers Association, Express Wrestling, Grindhouse Wrestling. Shout out to Too Tough Tony. That's his wrestling promotion.
True.
Horror Slam Wrestling. We Love Wrestling. Super Powers of Wrestling.
Sure, Dr. Fell. Come on now.
Memphis Wrestling. United Wrestling Network. And Gremlin House Wrestling. So that's a lot. And that's just Tommy Grayson. That's what he's wrestled in this year. So if you're ever wondering, the website is called cagematch.com. And you can just type in whatever wrestler, whatever wrestling promotion, or look up an event. Like if you wanted to know who won against who at, say, like the Christmas show or like at the Hollow Wicked wrestling event, part the JCW part of it, you just look that up on Cage Match. You can look it up by the date. You can look it up by the wrestler or whatever. It's pretty cool. I mean, for those of you who follow wrestling, it's a cool website. Oh, okay. I just want to shout out a few people. Adam McKinney. I forgot who the other one was. It just Woody Woo, the open-hearted. Is he Juggalo? Okay. I don't want to say it wrong. What is this?
Yeah, my head still hurts too, dude.
Yeah. You want to tell him about your injury?
Yeah, I hurt my head and I got 7 stitches.
Yeah.
Still
That hurts.
I had a concussion. I probably still do. And
yeah.
I got fucked up real bad. Yep.
Yeah, that hurts a lot.
I tripped over a cat and we got a lot of sharp corners in our room and I hurt myself. Yeah. It was like a month ago, I think.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. It's 2 weeks ago. I think it was like April something. Yeah.
It sucked, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It was pretty embarrassing. And I got a pretty good fucking scar for the rest of my life and it looks really terrible. But whatever.
You can't see it right now with that hat on.
You can't. And you probably can't see it now either, but it's fucked. And yeah, my head hurts still. I feel like my brain's like growing back together. I don't know. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Fogginess for sure. And he's been very, very tired.
I've been putting I didn't get knocked out. No, don't trip on that shit. Didn't get knocked out, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, it hurt.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I know. It does take months. Yeah. The scar healed pretty good though, honestly. I still have a scar like on my ankle that I got way before I hurt my head, and it looks way worse before, you know. Why do you keep doing that to me?
I'm trying to do something off camera real quick.
Doesn't mean that you don't have a concussion. Right. I probably do. It's okay though.
I was sneezing. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
I didn't want to be like.
Yeah, I feel better.
Oh yeah.
It just is. This has been
Virginia Wolf just posted our merch link. I don't know. Do we have a YouTube store? I guess that just connects to the other store. But if you guys do want to support the channel in that way, we do have some pretty dope merchandise that Bob designed himself, including hats, hoodies, aprons, mugs, crossbody bags, bucket hats, jerseys, shorts, anything else you could think of, stuffed animals, bandanas,
Yeah, well,
beanies.
Let me finish the story. Yes, I didn't step on the cat at all. Where is the cat, by the way? I didn't step on the cat at all. The cat's fine.
Yeah, the cat's fine.
The door that I ran into in the corner of the door and shit, no, not so good. But my head.
That was awful.
So.
Just like bleeding right in the middle of his head.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I went
right in the middle of it.
I went to the doctor. Yeah.
You didn't pass out. That was the good part. Like you didn't pass out. See it? There you go. You can see it now. You guys see that? It happened to Bob. His poor head.
Whatever.
Clown face.
I think the first fucking scar on my head. It's probably like the 20th.
I don't know if we can do that, Virginia. Virginia's saying, can you please add Strange Suspicion pint beer glass to the merchandise?
Maybe. There might be some kind of, I know there's like a bunch of drink things and tumblers and Stanley Cup, all that shit. A glass, I could look into it.
Yeah, because we do have mugs and we have stainless steel water bottles. I believe they are, right? There's a lot of stuff, you guys, when you look under the videos and you're like, oh, cool, that's cool. They have this and this and this. For some reason, they only let us tag a certain number of products. So no matter what we do, we can only tag a certain number of them at a time. So if you click on like one of the products, it'll take you to the entire store. Bob took a lot of time to design stickers, hats, shirts, beanies, hoodies, everything that you can think of. Go under every category and browse your little brains out, because Bob took a lot of time. There's over 150 products, so there's probably something you like in there in any price range. But anyway, besides that, sorry guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheap stickers. I wish some people would buy some stickers or something. They're pretty cheap, I think. I don't know about the shipping. The shipping probably sucks, but and like my plan is I owe someone something. Didn't forget. But like the gathering, I also feel like I need to bring a couple shirts or something just to give out or some shit. But
right.
I don't know. Like I like the newest logo or whatever. The fucking shit we call it faded out or some shit. But
oh yeah, it's like a kind of like a 70s not cursive, but like it's a cool font. It's like kind of faded in, faded out, and it's yellow, right?
Yep.
Most of them.
Purple. It's got a hatchet man on it. It's got a clown on it. It's got a butterfly on it.
Yeah. But that was a good thing that you said. You brought up the gathering, which I wanted to point out is only 88 days away from today. So if any of you are attending the gathering, I hope that gathering. If any of you are attending the gathering, I hope that we can meet you guys. I hope that we can hang out. We can smoke some Cali Blaze. We'll have a good time. If you're going to the gathering, please put that in the chat below, or right on the side there, so we can see. I know EC is going. EC left you a nice comment right here. Do you see that on your end?
Thank you, EC. Appreciate you.
It's Just Riddles will be there. If you guys don't know, It's Just Riddles is a Twitch streamer. If you watch Twitch and you're a Juggalo, you should check out that Twitch channel right there. It's Just Riddles.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping the weather's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, last year it was super hot.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just old. Like I wouldn't give a shit. Like I wouldn't give a shit if it was like even 10 years ago, probably. Like I didn't give a shit last year, but I paid the price. Like my body like is old. I'm fucking
Yeah.
old. And like I wasn't good to my body. I was a skateboarder and a snowboarder, pretty much pro. Like the way I snowboarded and skateboarded, I did it like all the time. When it wasn't snowing, I was riding a skateboard. When it wasn't, you know what I mean? When it was snowing, I was riding a snowboard kind of shit. And I did it up until like my 40s. So I don't know. Now I'm just like, I can barely hop out of bed. It fucking sucks. I mean, I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I'll fucking whip your ass. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, not you, Strange, but anybody that'll fuck with me. Because I've already had like, I've already had people try to fuck with me.
Like, not you.
When I was 40, and they thought they could whip my ass, and like, no, like I'm still young. Like I'll still fight if I got to. Just me busting my head on the fucking wall and not getting like knocked out or like really.
It wasn't even a wall though. It was the door frame, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was like the crown molding, the molding.
Yeah, like the thick part, like next to the door, like the hard, thick part. It was like a hit right in the middle of his head.
Yeah, young me is gangster. Half of me is gangster and half of me is trash panda. Like, you know, even old me, I'll freaking bite you. I don't care. I'll scratch you and bite you.
So Alejandro says this gathering, he wishes to spend time with us. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Super dope. We saw you, you know, the first time we saw Alejandro, you guys, he was on the stage and it was for the tattoo contest, right? At the gathering?
Yeah, that's where we saw him, I believe, for the first time, yeah.
And then you were like showing me off your tattoos, I thought.
You low key, no, yeah, he was on the tattoo contest or something, or dude, he was doing something. I don't remember.
Yeah, and then he told everybody who's from Ecuador, and then he was doing push-ups every day before the gathering or whatever. And he was really, really excited to be there. And just like the energy, Alejandro, that you had, this like genuine spirit and the energy that you put out, everybody was there, all the fam, everybody was there, like right with you, like everybody's heart connected with you. So I'm sorry that I caught you off guard when you were going down that hill, you know, and I was like, hey, can I get you to say something? But like, I just want to say like, shout out to you and your like big heart and your big energy. I know that sometimes you struggle with English. I'm sure you're getting better and better every day, but you were telling me that you struggle with English, and that's absolutely fine. You can speak Spanish anytime because I also speak Spanish as well. So shout out to Alejandro. If you have not seen, oh, good. Hold on one second. Where's his comments? You guys, if you've not seen, we'll go right back to that one. This channel right here, guys, please add that channel. That's Alejandro's channel. Okay. How are you doing, Underground Wicked Radio, DJ Snickers? I think that was the right comment. Oh, here it is. Thank you. Shout out to Bob, you guys. Just so you know, I'm not, okay, I was in the haunted house industry for over 13 years, and I don't do this. Like, I always had, like, a makeup artist, and I'm not trying to sound like, ooh, I was a makeup artist, but, like, I suck at makeup. That is exactly why I've always had a makeup artist. Bob here has done every single makeup you've ever seen on me, except one time. And you may know what I'm talking about if you're not new to the channel. But if you are new to the channel, there was like a stream, I believe it was a live stream that we did right after we went to a carnival. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. When they
and it was like airbrushed.
Yeah, yeah. That's when we bought the airbrush.
Yeah, then we bought an airbrush kit, and it worked for like.
Right, it works great.
Right,
not very long. Right, and I had to get acetone to run through it. Apparently, I didn't know that.
Yeah, to run through the actual machine.
Right, and I was running like, I don't know, fingernail polish and like rubbing alcohol or something. I don't know. And it wasn't.
Oh yeah, shout out to Zach for telling you what to do. Right.
Yeah.
Your friend Zach.
It didn't work. I didn't do it.
Oh,
I didn't do it. I didn't put anything in it because I don't know. We were hard pressed to use it at that time or something. And then you bought different paint. It's been easy. Honestly, that's super easy. It's way easier than getting the airbrush ready and shit.
Underground Wicked Radio DJ Snickers. You want to rent a raccoon? You know what? You can rent a raccoon right here on YouTube for $2.99 a month by becoming a member of our channel.
That's true. Shout out
Facts.
to you.
$2.99 a month. Rent a raccoon. Shout outs all the time, including your name in the credits of every video. Think about it.
Or just like
hypnotizing people when they see your name.
Some shit, because like YouTube takes like so much money.
40%.
Yeah. So out of $2.99, they take what? Half of that. If you want to just send us $2.99 through PayPal, I'd appreciate it.
You can rent a raccoon for $2.99.
No, I'm not being a dick. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, like, YouTube takes so much money that it's like almost ridiculous. It's like,
oh, it is. You're right about that. Yeah.
And like, who knows? Like, people probably like been getting thrown in like 1,000 fucking commercials. That shit's like annoying too. Sorry about that. Like, it sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, they're doing that now. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you don't know, starting on May 12th, YouTube, it's crazy. Sometimes on a live stream now, you'll be watching, like, see how Bob and I are half and half the screen. So like Bob would be the live stream and I would be the commercial. And your live stream's still playing or something, and the commercial's playing. So you gotta like mute the commercial and keep your thing going or whatever. And then there's other things. What's that?
I said that was cool when they did that. Like, I haven't seen a commercial like that since then, really, though.
Right. I think it's just on lives. I think that's why.
Maybe.
Could be. I'm not sure, but they also did mention starting on May 12th that it's going to be very aggressive, you guys. So if you guys want to skip our commercials, that's fine.
Yeah,
just
fucking skip.
Watch long enough to push skip is great.
Yeah.
Right?
True. So I wanted to talk about that like ICP re-release too. I tried to find a picture, but I like didn't have enough time. I blacked out because of my recent head injury. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
The re-release of what album was it? I can't even remember. Chat, help me out. Does anybody remember? Has anybody seen that? Do you know what it was, Strange? For some reason I don't remember now that I'm talking about it.
I'm sorry.
What album was it that they're re-releasing? Fuck. It wasn't Riddlebox, was it? You're on mute.
Am I muted?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not Riddlebox. It's Great Malenko.
I just forgot. I just drew a blank actually when you said that. We just saw it.
It's Great Malenko.
Great Malenko. It is Great Malenko. You're right. Sorry.
And they're supposed to re-release it, I guess, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if it's like the original recordings of the songs. I didn't get that part of it. That's what I'm asking if anybody knew. Sounds like no one knows. I don't even fucking know.
I just heard about it. Like just recently is when I heard about it. So
yeah, I saw it and I was like, what? And I saw it.
I don't know what they meant by it.
It's on Island. Like it.
Yeah, it said Island.
Yeah.
Which was very strange. EC Juggalo hadn't heard.
Yeah, I went.
Let's see.
I kind of went back to look on the ICP page, but I don't know what happened. I stopped and went on to something else. You're just now hearing about this. Well, cool. I'm glad I talked about it. Yeah, I saw it the other day and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, and it had me thinking, like, are they going to, like, I know it was so weird because it says Island on it, you know, which I guess like Island still owns those recordings. I I also
Is it not real? Because I'm Googling it and I do not see
it's
anything about that.
look. Can you look on ICP's
It
page? I
says
can't look
20th
on.
anniversary, but it says Insane Clown Posse's album The Great Malenko had a 28th anniversary reissue in 2017, not
No,
2025.
look on their like Instagram
Their
or
website? Oh, their
yeah,
Instagram.
something like that. Their Facebook or something. I can't look on it because I have to log in.
Oh, I got it. I'm logged in.
And it's like a gray.
pretty
It was
pleased with
like
that.
gray or silver. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the
Well, so
Addis.
you saw.
People are probably jumping out to go look. Yeah, it's
Okay, I'm looking right now. Like in their story or on their reels or something.
Thank you. Appreciate you. It was a rough start.
Stalls Blues. Shout out to you. Thanks
But
for
anyway,
being
yeah,
here.
I it said like songs, like versions that we've unreleased versions of like songs we've never heard. I was
Maybe
like,
that's what it was.
I don't know if it was just like something that I don't know, man. It tripped me up, and it wasn't April 1st, so
Nothing we know firsthand. I'll say that.
you don't see it yet.
No, I do not. I see.
Man.
So when I go to their page, it's like the gathering stuff, their tour stuff. Shaggy and Jay, The Shaggy Show. J, ICP, regular stuff. You can click on their story. Let me mute real quick.
Where are you at?
Instagram.
It was
On the real ICP.
I don't know. When did you show me it, or where did you show me that from?
I don't know. No. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Let me see something.
Damn it. Yeah,
Sorry.
When I went back to try to find it, I didn't have enough time or something, and I know it's further back in their story.
I wonder if it's
something. And no one, I didn't even see anybody talk about it. I was kind of like, huh? But I know it's real. I'm not that.
Yeah, I didn't imagine that. So I wonder where you saw it.
Ain't that.
For the little. Yeah, I'm looking for it. If anybody can beat me, go for it.
I can't log in, so.
Okay, so I see a gathering. I see. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of Facebook, you guys, we did get a Facebook. So if you do have a Facebook, I originally had passed out a link, and if you clicked on that and it didn't work, it's because, like a clown, they asked me for a selfie, and I took a picture like this, and they were like, no, we're not going to authorize that. So then I went to my page that I used to have, and I connected a page to that or something like that. And I believe the link to that is in our community post. So if you're on Facebook, please go ahead and add us there. Also add us on Twitter or X, add us on Instagram, add us on TikTok, add us on Threads, and Twitch. We're on Twitch, but nobody watches us on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, just click on there so we can start doing better stuff on it. You have to have
I wish we could do more on there. Like, it'd be cool to figure out to start on there or something and broadcast it to YouTube.
Twitch, yeah, like you play that game all the time. What is that game that you've been playing? Andy's game? Fallout
4.
Yep. I don't know if you guys play games at all, but Bob likes.
And don't call me out on playing shitty games and shit. Don't tell people.
If that's a game you like to play, it's not that shitty, right? Not to you.
No, that game's actually pretty dope.
Right, but you know what? We're forgetting something. Actually, I wanna like zip around real quick just to make sure, because we've already been on for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, we're gonna zip around to something else real quick. By the way, good night, Adam.
Yes, good night.
But once again, I do want you guys to make sure that you're checking on your friends, and that you are maybe take a moment for yourself this month and make it a habit to take at least like 5 or 10 minutes to yourself every day, even if you're just outside having a smoke or taking a toke or whatever you do, having a coffee in the morning. just give yourself 5 or 10 minutes to yourself. Take time to, you know, breathe and just be alone with yourself, and, you know, practice some kind of self-love and listen to people, lift them up, you know, encourage people. Make sure that you maybe make a phone call with someone you haven't made a phone call to in a while, or give a compliment to somebody you think hasn't been complimented in a while. But if you're ready, EC, we do something on this channel each and every time we go live. We are treated to, let's get this in the chat.
Yeah, not sorry, EC. I'm probably gonna make you like a graphic and shit. You know what I mean? To come in. I don't know. I've just been lazy, obviously.
Right. So Bob was saying that before we started, was that he's going to give EC like this really cool intro to this part, so you wouldn't have to hear me yip yapping. But like I was saying, we're very grateful for EC coming on each and every time to give you like an EC's moment. I think we're going to call it. We were calling it an EC's minute, but EC can talk as long or short as he wishes. But he always has something good to say, and it is quite a treat. So if EC is ready, that is his link. We'll see him on the bottom when he appears. But I hope just, I know a lot of you reach out to me on a daily basis and lift me up, and in turn, I lift you guys up. I know people who are subscribed to this channel and are here regularly, who are grieving, who are struggling in one way or another, or stressed out and not able to cope with their current situations. And I just want to let you guys know that you are heard, respected, and appreciated. And I hope that when you come to our live streams, that we give you some kind of like laughter or happiness or some sense of togetherness and family and community, because that's what we're here for, you guys. We're here to be a family and just like experience things and discuss things and look at cool shit together. So I hope that everybody is doing good. And I'm not sure. That's all I gotta say. Bob, do you have any mental health insight for Mental Health Awareness Month?
Do I? Not really. I'm not good at that. Mental health is, I'm not good at mental health. I try to be, but like it sucks. I'm probably not the person to ask. My mental health is not good, and it hasn't been for a
I know
long
one
time.
thing that you could say.
What?
Okay, so when you feel overwhelmed or you feel upset, I do know that like one thing that you can share with people is what does it feel like to you when you're upset or mad or sad, and you go out and you just walk in the woods. What does that make you feel like? Can you describe that? So maybe somebody who watches our channel, maybe somebody who's not able to reach out to a friend and not able to have that kind of
I mean,
release.
that's, I go out and walk because that's, yeah, it clears my head. I'd be out in the woods all the time. I used to be all the time out in the woods. It does help. Being out in nature, grounding yourself does help. Like, you know, but like, I know, like, if I'm down, I like to be alone. I like to use that downtime by myself to talk to myself and, you know, clear my mind. Because if I have noises around me, it doesn't help, like, anything usually. And then people are like, what's wrong with you? Like, well, like, so it does help to take that time to yourself and, you know, figure shit out. Because then, like, you come out of that and you're like, okay, I'm better. But I mean, being out in the woods is 100% the way I get over my mental health issues. I'm not gonna lie. But enough about me. About this dude.
Yeah, let him have the screen.
What up?
What up, EC?
Check. Check.
I want him to have the screen.
Okay, well, you can't just jump off. Okay, well, here you go, EC. I guess we're just gonna give you the stage.
Y'all can't hear me, right? We're good?
All good, dude.
Oh, okay. Whoop whoop. What up, everybody? It's the Scrub That Spreads Love. EC Juggalo. How y'all doing tonight? Of course, like always, I always want to thank Strange and Bob for allowing me this moment to, just shout out all the fam and everything like that. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for everything that y'all do. Bob, I really do appreciate all your hard work. I know it's a lot and it becomes stressful sometimes, especially when, life, kind of puts all these obstacles, with your truck and everything. But I just want you to stay positive, keep on moving forward. We do appreciate everything that you do. Don't give up because, we're always going to be here to support you. And I want the fam to, go out and let's support Strange and Bob. Let's do everything that we can do. If we can send them, a couple of bucks or whatever for a cup of coffee, gas for any kind of trips that they're doing for videos for JCW, because of course, they're doing it for Violent J, they're doing it for the Backseat Boys, they're doing it for us, so if we could do that little bit for them, let's show our appreciation and show them how much that we love them. Also, we talked about it last time about mental health and awareness, and we want to reach out to all our family. We love them, and anything that we can do, all it takes is a couple of minutes. If anybody needs someone to talk to also, let's extend out and reach out to our fam, because it sucks being alone, and don't think that you are alone. If you're a Jug, you are never alone. We're always here for you. Like I said, you could always reach out on my DMs, on Instagram, Facebook. Barely know how to work Facebook, so just be patient with me on that one. And also Twitter, YouTube. You could contact Strange or Bob. They'll reach out to me or anybody else. Anything like that. And also, let's support our fam. A lot of our family in here, they got YouTube channels also, so let's support them. And like I barely subscribe to Dr. Fell somehow or another. I think Strange is the one that sent me a link to his channel, and oh man, he has me rolling every time that I get to jump on the chat. And of course, I always want to show him love. So shout out to Dr. Fell. Whoop whoop. Shout out to Hawkeyes. I've checked out a couple of her shorts on her channel, stuff like that, and it's always fresh. So go check her out and stuff like that. So let's go out there and support the fam as much as that we can. All it takes is that little bit. Let's show them that we love them. And also, of course, the gathering's coming up. If y'all see me out there at the gathering, don't be shy. Feel free to come up to me and say what's up. Just let me know who you are, and hopefully I'm not too high and not smoking too much to remember who you are. But as always, don't worry about it. Just always come up. But first and foremost, don't try to give me a handshake. Don't try to give me a dap. Reach out, because I'm going to give you a hug. So as always, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Pia. I love you. Whoop whoop. And always smoke two for this little guy right here. Y'all have a great night. Love y'all. Whoop whoop. Mac my love. Smoke.
Thank you, EC.
Yeah.
So if you guys need to watch that back at any point, or check out our lives at any point, and just fast forward if you just need a little bit of encouragement, we have EC Juggalo in a lot of our lives, and he's welcome to come, and does come on each and every live. He's always here, always showing support. He's in everybody's channel. So if you do have Instagram, I would follow him if I were you. He has a lot of great things, and he's lifting up the whole community. I believe was it Jug of the Year last year? Is that what that was? That's pretty bad.
Jug of the Year, Jug Motivator of the Year, and Shortest Juggalo Legend. I beat out Ouija for that one.
Legend?
Yeah.
Did they measure people?
That?
It's like I've seen other short juggalos. I don't know, how tall are you?
That Shortest Juggalo Legends.
Oh, legends. Okay.
Yeah. Get it right.
That narrows it down.
I beat out Ouija.
Yeah.
You beat out Ouija? Are you
Yeah.
shorter than Ouija Mac? How short? How tall is Ouija Mac?
I would say he's probably 5'4", because
How tall am I, Bob?
this past
I don't know. How
this
tall
past
are you?
gathering, at the VIP, I went up to Ouija and I apologized. It's like, sorry for beating you out for shortest Juggalo legend. He's like, oh hell no, and he wanted to do a measuring contest. So we stood side by side, and the whole crowd was all like, no, EC shorter, EC shorter. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, it's because I'm wearing my Balencias. So it was pretty cool. Cool interaction with Ouija.
We've walked like we've been like on the very same stage as him like a few times, and I never like every time I look at him, I swear I'm never looking down, so I can't be much taller than him. Am I as short as Ouija Mac? Do you think, Bob?
I don't know. I'm 6 foot tall, so I don't know.
Because I mean, of course, I've met you before, so
yeah.
Am I your height? I don't know how tall I am because I'm Italian and we shrink.
Yeah, you're telling me I'm probably like 5'2" now.
I might be too. I know my mom always tells everybody, she's like, I'm 5, I think it's 5'2 3/4. She like counts the whole like to like the inch. A lot of people do that when they're short.
And 3'6".
Yeah. Like if I ask Bob, how tall are you, Bob?
6 foot.
Right. He's not like 6 foot 3/4.
5'11" and
I'm 5'11". I'm 5'12".
5'12". Yeah, I always wonder that though, because EC, you always like talking about like how you're the short Juggalo, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I wonder how tall people are. You know what I mean? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm tall.
She has if you can see, she has some weird height like fantasy or something. I don't know why she's.
No. That's
hell?
not what's going on. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I feel like I'm not short. That's all, but I think I am.
All because, of course, when you meet, reunite with your family and stuff like that, you get them big hugs and stuff, and they literally pick you up off the ground and everything like that.
Right, and then you're 6 feet tall. Right?
Yeah. It's like, so this is like.
It's only 88 days away. That's not very long at all.
I'll put you on my shoulders, dude, if you need me.
But
how tall would he be then?
I can't hear him.
Oh, are you muted?
Who, me?
PC. There he goes.
Six. What'd you ask?
You're 5'11", and EC, how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3". So you'd be 11 foot. No, almost 12 feet tall on Bob's shoulders. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
there's like a costume on, like for the costume contest, and EC could be the head.
There's this harness for that we want to get for the gathering, and it's basically like a stand for somebody who could stand on your back, and on a tall person for the short people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it never fails. Like I'll have a perfect view, and then all the tall people will all merge right there in front of me. So what I used to do is just go out there about 4:30, and of course it's hot and everything like that, and nobody's standing out there on the front gate, But I was like, well, it's a good time to get a spot now. And then come 6 o'clock, everybody start rolling in. But I've already got my spot, and of course made a couple of friends and stuff like, hey, I'll give you some waters if you save my spot. I'll bring some blunts or whatever, and we can smoke or this and that.
Yeah, you're like, do not let me lose this spot.
Yeah, for sure, because then I'll be screwed. I won't be able to see.
Yeah, but I think like the vibe is so cool at the gathering too, that you could like actually say that to somebody and they're like, yes, and they will actually do it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I didn't see, I probably missed one maybe. Oh no, I did see one fight at the gathering last year, but it was before it even started.
It's whack as fuck, man.
It was fucking weird, man. It was weird.
2 years ago. That's all that kind of like tons of negative energy around, and literally that's all I saw was a bunch of fights. And then I was near this family, and they had literally little small children, and they shouldn't have been out there in the first place, and all they were doing was complaining. So that would upset the parents, and then they would start arguing, and then it was just like a full-blown full circle of just arguing. And then, like I said, with the fights and everything like that, it was just kind of like just bad vibes, so I would just go away, from my campsite. But then I would, like try to meet Humble and stuff like that, because Humble was doing a lot of activities that year and stuff like that. And then I got to meet Team MUJ that year and stuff. So it was pretty cool,
Yeah, we also saw Cheese House last year judging the Mr. Juggalo contest.
Yeah, I was there whooping my sister up there.
Yeah, I thought the guy that won he was pretty cool. I can't remember his name now.
I don't know. I left once they started exposing themselves and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, I'm not into this. So
yeah, Bob was like, this is too many dicks.
Yeah,
yeah. But the guy that won, he didn't show his dick. His name was Bear. Was it Bear?
Yeah, his name was Bear. I'd rather look at my dick all day, though. I do.
I mean, not knocking nobody that wants to, walk around like that or, expose themselves. I mean, that's what the gathering's about. It's whatever you want to do, just be respectful, stuff like
I'll tell you what happened to me.
No knock on nobody, like saying it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I saw more dicks than I did buttholes. But some dude came up to me and said, he's like, you give off big dick energy. Give me a hug. And I was like, you know what? You're right, man. Come here.
Right? You do, though. Seriously, though, I just wanted to say that when we went to the gathering last year, I thought it was really cool to meet Humble Among. It was really cool to be an EC Juggalo. It was really cool to see all the shows we saw. And if you guys have never been to the gathering, nobody is telling me to say this to you, by the way. I promise. It is such a family-like vibe. The only fight that we saw was frustration from people who were trying to get in with car passes, and someone thought it was their turn, right? Do you think that's what it was, Bob? Like they wanted to go.
No. It was way more. It was, you're breaking it down like a newscaster or some shit.
Sorry.
It went like this. There was two fucking trailers. There was two motherfucking trailers. One kid was like a rich fucking like redneck looking kid. He was not a juggalo, and I'm not putting anybody down, but this dude was not a juggalo. And he had all these like girls with him and shit. And there was another person, they looked like they could have been juggalos. They were definitely juggalos and shit going on with them. And this kid in this truck hit their shit, and they were yelling at each other. And this kid was all by himself with like these two girls, and he jumped out like he was a badass. And then all these people came out of the fucking RV, and then like he was like, "Oh, okay,
that is what happened.
Gonna kick your ass anymore."
Behave.
Right. And like and she was like, "I want to watch it." I'm like, just don't even like. Who cares?
Yeah, I got scary all of a sudden though.
Who cares? I'm like the person like who gives a fuck? Why are you paying attention to that shit? And went about my business. But yeah, it got a little hairy. But and
it's a family reunion. I mean, of course, just like any family reunion, there's going to be a couple of button-up heads.
You're right. It was just some family reunion shit. It got solved.
We as Juggalos, we keep it contained, and we don't let it go outside where police have to be calling or security or things like that. We try to handle it ourselves. Where we'll try to de-escalate the situation where everybody is not getting out of hand, and everybody can still have a good time.
Yeah, it got solved quick, and I think they probably had to call their insurance. And the one kid, I think, probably left. And the other people went in. I don't know. I didn't even pay attention. I was walking in, you know what I mean? I don't have a camper. I'm not.
But I did want to point out that also I never heard anybody saying anything about any of their stuff getting taken. I didn't hear anything like that. And you would think like at a music festival where people are just like hanging around and like leaving their stuff for 4 days at a time.
Like there's different years.
I'm sure it did, but I didn't hear anything about it.
There's shit in the past it's happened, but now it's different. I mean,
the only thing that like really I would warn anybody about who's considering going to the gathering is if you can't sleep through fireworks, then you should bring some kind of like
fuck your sleep. That's what
put some kind of like something in your ears or
I think
be very tired.
Yeah, you might don't want to camp there unless you got a camper.
or a car. You could close the doors and turn on the radio.
Yeah.
Like if you do any partying, also, like I would always wait till after the sun goes down, because in all reality, that's when the real party starts. During the day, there's activities and things like that. And that's basically the time that, spend the time hydrating, eating, stuff like that, getting some rest, taking a little nap, stuff like that. Because from 6 to 5 o'clock, pat and on, everybody's going to be partying it up, to the break of dawn type thing. So, that just be my suggestion. Just wait for the heavier party until the sun goes down. Cause of course you're not having to worry about being overheated, stuff like that. Like I said, you're basically hydrated cause you've been drinking water during the day, of course, still sneak in some water and stuff and, eat something, between here and there. But, like I said, just kind of keep it up, if you could wait till like 6 or 7.
Yeah, because you don't want to burn out.
Running water there? Did they have like spigots there?
Yeah. That you get basically like people have like shower bags. They have their buckets where they'll use it to use it for their baths and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was like right by the food in the kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
in the middle.
Yeah,
it's about 4 or 5 spigots. And literally, I've even seen people literally taking baths, right under it and stuff.
That's what's fucked up, man. Like I'm thinking about it now. I'm thinking about it now. Like, why weren't there like fucking blow up swimming pools like filled with water and shit?
True that.
You know what I mean? So something
like I got a shower tent and a shower bag. So basically, I got my own little personal shower and. I don't have, they have I think like the shower campers or something like that, but I've never been, so I don't know. But usually in the morning about 10 o'clock or so, I'll go get ice and then I'll see the people lined up to take showers and stuff like that. And it's always good, just get it out of the way. Cause of course, during the day, you don't want to be standing out there in the hot sun, trying to take a shower.
I recommend.
Then took a shower there and you see all kinds of, odd stuff on the floor.
I don't even want to know what it is.
Exactly. Why is it moving?
Don't take a shower there. That's what I recommend.
You took a shower there, right?
Dude, it was the worst. I did it just for the experience because I'm an experienced weirdo kind of person. And no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. The water was freezing.
Yeah. Hit me up, like I said, I got my shower bag, I got my shower tent.
Yeah. No, I see, like I'm like, dude, I camped my whole life. I've done hardcore shit my whole, like the worst camping experiences I've had way before I even came there. Like, so like taking a shower, I was kind of like, this won't be that bad. No, it was bad. It was real bad. It was
Sorry to hear.
It smelled like a ball sack. Like I crawled in a ball sack. It was real bad. Like they need to clean them showers out. They need to destroy them, build new ones. They're bad. It was like some 70s camp shower shit. It was real bad.
But you went in one at a time, right?
That's the campground shit. That ain't no Juggalo shit. That's a campground shit. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing to do with Juggalos. That was a campground they got there. They're bad. And if I would have known that, my shit would have had a bag. All sorts of shit. You didn't shower at all, did you, Strange? You did the.
I did the like wipe shower. They're like shower.
Yeah, we did
wipey things for camping.
Ice cube.
And ice.
Base. Yeah, it was fucked up. I just did it for the experience. I woke up early in the morning. I was like, I'll get there early. There won't be nobody there. And guess who was there? You see,
everybody.
No. Do you remember that? Remember that guy that everybody memed on, the naked man?
You got the backpack
with the Prince Albert piercing. Yeah, he was standing there in line. I was like, oh, cool.
You say naked man, I know exactly who you're talking about.
With its backpack on.
Yeah, that guy.
This little dude out.
Yeah, he was standing there. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, that guy was fucking everywhere. He was everywhere. You could like not go anywhere and not see that naked dude with a backpack.
He was booming. He was booming.
No, you're talking about because he was everywhere.
He's like photobombing people. I swear to God, he was. But he was smart. Like, we did see a YouTuber make a video, and he said that he couldn't like keep recording because it started raining, and he looked all over the place. And the only place that he could go where there wasn't like a whole bunch of people huddled was under that like food stand. And under that food stand, the only place where there was room was the naked guy. And he said the naked guy was really nice to him, actually.
Well, yeah, I'm
like,
not saying he wasn't nice. It's just
no, I'm not saying he wasn't either. I'm just saying it's funny.
It's not the first naked man I've ever seen either. There's grindcore shit. There's always a naked dude at one of them shows or some shit. But
everybody saw him. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
pretty sure probably a naked man going down the zip line or something.
Oh yeah, that's a definite. That's probably a definite. But you know what? They probably won't let you go down naked. That's the thing. They probably won't let you. They're probably gonna be. Yeah. See, I don't know, man.
Drive by booty smell and stuff. I mean?
See that? Were you talking about that? Were you talking about like having like squirt guns and people throwing balloons at people going by?
Yeah, all I know is I want to bring a squirt gun because I'm gonna be so warm. I'll spray myself. I don't even care if it's a little squirt gun. You know what I mean? Just nice. Because EC, do you remember how hot it was? It was so fucking hot last year.
I mean,
the asphalt was hot. The rocks were hot.
Pretty hot, and then of course, like it'll rain for a little bit and kind of cool it down, but you know that humidity is what's pretty killer about it. And like I said, even from Texas it was worse because we're like in the hundreds, and you know going up there it's like, oh, I'll be all right because it's hotter over here in Texas. So, but it was the same. It was just still miserable no matter what it was because of the humidity levels.
Yeah, it was killing my old ass.
Wow.
Like where I'm from though, like grew up my whole life, it's like cold as fuck there right now. It's probably snowing still. So like that heat was killing me like in the summer. I'm not used to that. That's like 1 or 2 days in the summer that I'm used to. Like anything over 80, I can't eat. I'm just like,
We have an Airbnb. Otherwise, I would say we should bring like a kiddie pool and just stick our feet in it once in a while.
Fill it with ice. That's the thing. You buy one of them pools, just fill it with ice. Yeah, and some water.
Fuck. Yeah. Because it was so hot. Like I want to wear Crocs, but they'll get dirty and gross.
That's my point too. I was trying to get to, like I saw in Humble's video that tunnel, like to the store and shit. Did you see that, EC?
What's that?
That tunnel that they built.
Say that again.
That tunnel that they built.
Oh yeah. That's fucking crater.
Yeah.
What the actual name of it, but that's basically what it is, like a big old crater in the ground. I could just imagine the acoustics in it, just the vibe and just feeling that music just hitting off the walls, just coming back at you hard,
Yeah, and that stage, like I saw from like the Gathering map this year, the stage that they were working on last year, it looks like they're gonna have open. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think 4 stages.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope.
Then a JCW area.
Straight.
Oh yeah, JCW Pavilion.
Them, for doing that. That's awesome. They deserve it.
Do you know that one of our subscribers, Insane Joe Payne, is going to be doing the JCW tryouts? I don't know when that is, but did you see that last year, EC? I don't remember that being there last year, but I guess it was.
What's that, the tryout?
Yeah, tryout for it.
Like I've seen it for the past maybe 3 years.
Is it at night or during the day?
During the day, it's about maybe like 1, 2 o'clock or so. And they'll have a stage, they'll have the ring set up, and basically, they'll have a guys lined up, and basically I guess whatever rules, and you have say like 2 minutes to show them what you got, stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty dope. Like you'll see some cool like real wrestlers. You could tell they have the outfits on and everything like that, the flashy pants and stuff. And you'll have the average guy that wants to just try to see if he can make it type deal. And it's pretty cool. It's just I'm pretty short, and it's hard to see the wrestling in general because, like I said, it's all the tall people and stuff like that.
You know what though? There was what is that wrestler's name, Bob? That kid,
Ooh.
the one that was on JCW. He's just on JCW. He's short.
Kid, his name is Kid something. Kid Chunk. Kid
He
something.
does this.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe it's a lightning bolt or something on him.
Little
He's super
superhero guy.
little. Yeah.
Kid Jones or Joint. I don't fucking know, man. Why are we talking about him? What about him?
He was talking about wrestling and he's talking about being short.
Oh.
That's why.
You in the short shit, man. What the fuck? Short and
you see short everybody. Did everybody know?
You probably like strawberry shortcake, didn't you?
Short guys.
Look at EC's hair. He looked like strawberry shortcake.
I know. How many wigs is that now?
Swing.
We had this wig. We had the long-haired wig. We had blue wig, right?
Yeah, I had a blue wig last.
Is it green, blue, and pink now?
Here though, I just have it, prepped, ready to go for the EC minute.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Bob's gonna make you an intro for that. Actually,
yeah, I'll get.
It was like, I meant to make EC an intro.
Yeah, we'll get one.
Yeah, that'll be super cool. I also wanted to. I forgot. Just missed it. Sorry. Sorry. It was about the gathering.
All I know about the gathering is if you're going to go in as a person who buys a ticket and then you go into camp, don't walk to the end of the fucking shit. If you're
ever
over 40, don't do it.
Don't do it because anyway, you have to go as far as possible to get to the main stage. You have to go around everything. Like we were all the way in the back by the Ship of Fools. We didn't know any better.
Being my first time out there, I should have
way deep in the gathering.
Yeah, it was way deep. But the person we talked to, they were like, it's quiet out there. And they were right. It was very quiet out there. That was like the good part of it. It was quiet. But I think,
which is weird. I
think if we would have parked, I guess I'll tell the secret because we're not going to do it. But
yeah,
my truck, I have a big topper on the back, and there was like, I don't know if you saw it, EC, but there was a pond with like a guitar like dock.
I've been there.
And
I
over by first aid.
What was it? 2022. I got put in that area over there by the pond.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like on the other side of parking right there and just camping right there, that would have been the spot. Like, because you just have to walk around the side. You're right there by the main stage. You don't have to fucking go up that big ass hill, and those hills are killer on old ankles.
Yeah, it was a good spot, like to get up right there on to the main stage and everything with the little walkway and stuff. Luckily, like saying, I showed up late at night, and then of course they directed me right there, and I didn't even know it was a pond. So luckily, like I didn't keep on driving forward, and I would end up, driving into that pond and car up. Like I barely realized this morning, it's like, oh man, I'm so glad that I stopped my car here.
Yeah,
it can be pretty dark out there too in the parking lot. Super dark.
Yeah, so like saying that, like to like what I do is when like certain walkways, like grab a bunch of glow sticks, and then like especially if you like an event or whatever, throw some glow sticks out there, and then of course you can make your way back, and it's a lot easier. Of course, after a couple of blunts and a couple of brews and stuff like that,
right? Because there will be plenty of blunts.
Yeah, I was sober as fuck last year. This year, probably a little different. I'm probably gonna have.
Yeah, you were like Bob he wasn't feeling good at the gathering, and then like right when we got back, we were supposed to do the Violent J Bigfoot video, but Bob had emergency surgery on your appendix, right?
Gave out.
Yeah, so that's what like you were like trying to have the best time of your life, and you were, but then you were like,
I'm pretty sure my appendix gave out because of taking so many, like I had to take a bunch of fucking Tylenol or whatever the hell those were. Wasn't nothing good, I'll tell you that. Just like acetaminophen, but I was taking so many of them. Like, do you remember I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like,
yeah.
What was wrong? I'm like, my wrists, because I got real bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, from the wagon. Because he has Bob has carpal tunnel in his wrist.
I ain't trying to bitch. I'm just saying, man, I'm old and shit's starting to catch up with me, man.
You don't even have to be old though. If you are properly prepared for the gathering and you have a wagon with wheels and you have an actual cooler with ice,
500 pounds on
it's
it
of a certain weight, and you're seriously going up a hill and down a hill and trying not to hit people. So you got like all this weight behind you, and one like quick little oops, someone stops to tie their shoe, or oops, someone tries to get out of someone's way, and you're like, and you gotta like hit your wrist with all that weight. You don't have to be old for that.
But other than that, it was great. I mean, even that was fun. That was like the experience of it. Like, and it still went well. It wasn't like our shit fell all over and we, everybody walked over our shit. Nothing like that happened. It was all good. Even if something like that happened, I'm sure it would have been like, oh shit, let me help.
Everybody was.
Yeah, it was just my own dumbassness, like I should have been smarter about it. Like I thought I was still young. I'm still young at heart, so I'm like, oh, let's go camping. Like
it's adrenaline also, of just being there, just feeling that love around the air and stuff like that. And of course, like you said, moment it's almost like that you stop moving or whatever, go back to your camp is like, oh man, now I feel it.
Yeah. The
Remember
first
you
night,
couldn't get. Oh, I'm sorry.
The first night we pretty much went right to bed as soon as we got the tent up. It was like, let's just get the tent up and go right to bed. We blew up our bed and tent and went right to sleep.
Yeah, and you missed Isham, right?
What's that, EC?
Are y'all gonna do the parking lot party?
Oh yeah, this year is gonna be different. Yeah, we're definitely probably gonna do a lot of shit different. Parking lot shit. We'll probably be hanging around more. Like last year, our biggest struggle was getting our camp put up and like eating and like it was the whole camp struggle kind of shit.
It's like 25-minute walk, like from the parking lot to where we camped.
Yeah, and that was, like I said, that was our own dumbassness, like But also at the same time, it was like I wanted to experience it. I didn't bitch. Like my bitch was not saying anything. My bitch about the whole thing was I didn't feel good. Like I should have maybe pampered myself better, you know what I mean? Thought it out better and camped closer to where I didn't have to walk so damn far to shit, But that still, I had a great time. Like this year, like I said, it looks like everything's closer together, which is great. And I'm ready to walk. I've been starting to walk every day, trying to get fucking ready to be standing up. I might get some robotic legs. That's what I was going to talk about too. They got these legs. They got these. I need. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm have them sons of bitches on, walk around like Robo Bob. What up,
Robo Bob?
You can call me a cop all they want. I don't care.
I always told them if I ever get my leg taken away, just put a wheel on the bottom of it, and I can move around better like that.
Yeah. Some wheelies, or what are those called?
Yes.
Yeah. Heelys.
Yep. Yeah. I always wanted some of those, but I was never. I bought them for my kids, but I was never cool enough to buy them for myself.
Right. I wanted them too. I think they do still sell them. It'd be like the coolest thing at the gathering, like, hang on. And you just roll.
Yeah. Oh, don't mind me. See you at the bottom.
Right. You're like, see you at the
but then you gotta walk up top like everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah, we should buy a fresh ass BMX bike, Strange, and we'll just.
Can you bring bikes? I didn't read that right. I didn't read it.
Yeah, I don't think you can, but I've seen them before. And then
you can bring
one wheel, and it's like a board or whatever. It's almost like a I don't know. In a way, but all it is one big wheel, like a skateboard.
Oh, you stand on it, right?
There you go. But I
Yeah,
see
it's
like
a
all, I forgot what you,
kind of like
I guess something like that.
Vespa. I don't know what it Vespa.
No, it's called the one wheel.
Hold
That's
on.
It's called one wheel. It's a one wheel. I think that's the actual name of it.
Lately, they got like the skateboards, like I guess like automatic skateboards or whatever. I don't know what's a term for it or whatever. I just seen kids, riding them around in the neighborhood, and they don't even have to scoot anymore. They just basically,
Yeah, electric. Yep.
Right, kids don't have to do anything now.
I don't think you can take anything electric out there, but I don't.
I think you could bring a scooter. Because
if
last
you're
year, do you remember there was that person that Columbus had on his stream, and they had like a shirt on, and it was something about their deceased.
You have to be disabled though. I'm pretty sure she was.
Right. Yeah, but you can though. I mean, for a scooter.
You can't have anything electric though, like electric bike. You can have a pedal bike and shit like that. But
I wonder if you could have a pogo stick.
yeah, I bet you could. It'd be hard. Well,
You do?
You could only pogo stick probably like on the cement parts or whatever.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to do it in the grass.
we'll do it going uphill. It'd be hard too.
Yeah. Or like stilts. Can you do stilts? Can EC go on like 9-foot stilts up to the main stage?
Yeah.
And they're like, that's a freaking monster.
That's what someone should do is like bring a fucking 500-foot fucking garden hose and a bunch of plastic and run it from them fucking drains and run it up to that hill and get a bunch of soap and water and have a huge fucking banana slide.
Yeah, they had a slip and slide last year on the hill.
They did.
And of course, when it was raining and stuff like that, people were sliding down it. And then they even threw a homie inside the trash can and they rolled them down there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Shit.
Oh, we missed it.
Yeah, we were doing old people shit. I was putting
like the hill's dope because, like I said, there was Team MUJ. Everybody was out there. Dev, Darby, Frankie, Cheese House, Whoop and Taffy. Nick Bazaar, Will Gates, Humble and Emily, me.
Yeah, I don't know why we missed that.
Hush. Sorry, it's the bird acting.
No, it's all good. I like animals.
That's
Animals
right.
like me.
Aminals.
That's right. You got a bird.
Yeah. Sam the smoking bird.
A talking bird, right?
The smoking bird. He likes to smoke.
The bird smokes.
Yeah, he does this to his beak because he sees me doing
This.
Awesome.
to put his claw to his beak like he's smoking.
Oh,
Look at Trevor showed up here. Look at.
Yeah, what time is it there? It's like a different time zone, right?
Oh, wait, Trevor in Oregon. I think it's 3 hours before us, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7. 7?
Yeah, because here and then that's 2 more, so it'd be 7.
Yeah, what is your time zone, EC?
Central. I'm 9 o'clock. I'm 9 o'clock right now. That's
all
why
the
when
way
you
in
said
Texas?
Yeah, when you said like I think Texas has two time zones. Like if you go toward El Paso, it changes to another time zone.
Which way is El Paso? Is that east or west?
West.
West.
Like the point, the west point of Texas. The little arm, or whatever.
So one is Central and one is Pacific time.
Mountain time, I think.
Oh, Mountain time. That's right, because that would only be 1 hour, right?
Yeah, it's only 1 hour. And then it changes again, like when we're going out there to Vegas, it changed again another hour. So from here it's 2 hours. With y'all, it's like 3 hours.
I heard what did I hear? A lot of people from California are moving down to Texas. You guys have that issue?
Yeah.
And a lot of people from Texas are moving to California.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know where I heard that, and I don't know why I'm even talking about that. But yeah, I've heard that for some reason. Someone was talking about
That is interesting though, that they're just like swapping it out. That's super weird.
But yeah, I mean, it could be too. I mean, Elon Musk, has got his own thing going on over here. Joe Rogan, he's posted up over here. A lot
Oh,
of
yeah, that's right.
in like Austin area and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there are a lot of people in Texas.
All it gets overlooked. Like ICP still hadn't came, and Ouija he ain't coming. So guess they're not cool.
They're not. He's not coming there for his tour.
He's going to Austin and Houston.
Wow.
Not coming. And Austin, it's only like 3 hours, but of course I'd have to rent a car and stuff like that, and it's like me trying to barely scrub for the gathering right now. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, 3 hours is no joke. That's pretty far. Texas, like, isn't it like one side of Texas to the other? It's like 8 to
Like
10
10
hours or something, right?
It's almost like from Dallas, like if you're going north to the Panhandle, it's 10 hours that way. It's 10 hours to El Paso, like going west, like I was telling you, and then it's 10 hours down south to the tip, going like to the Valley and South Padre, stuff like that. And then like Houston and getting out of Texas, it's about like 5 hours. So it's pretty. I mean, Texas is big.
That's how
Yeah.
I grew up. That's why I never saw shit growing up. I was 3 hours from Detroit, and up in the middle of Michigan, there's nothing, and then there's Canada, pretty much. So like driving down to Detroit as a kid, it wasn't happening, kind of shit. And then once I got older, it was like I still lived up north, and had kids and shit. And there's like no way I'm driving 3 hours. And now I live like, fairly close to Detroit, so it's easier. But growing up and being a young adult, man, 3 hours is rough. Even as a adult who's the ages we are, it's fucking traveling 3 hours is rough. I don't even like traveling 20 minutes in a car now. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, just like as kids, is like what for I guess our furthest drive, when I was a kid, it was about an hour, but it seemed like a day, like you were driving all day long. It just, you're hot, all you want to do is just, be back home so you can play with your toys or, play with your video game and stuff. And you're over there visiting relatives, and it's like, I just,
We
and
always
there's
had,
a ants that grab your face and give you the kisses and stuff, and like, leave me alone.
I always had sketchy cars that I knew wouldn't make it 3 hours. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh shit, I ain't driving at 3 hours. But yet it lasts 3 years. I don't know. I'd rather have my car stuck at home, instead of like 3 hours away where I don't know where the fuck I'm at.
That's why I rent a car. Like saying, if anything happened, then I could basically, it'd be their responsibility to get me another vehicle. If it was my own vehicle and I'd break down going to the gathering, I'm pretty much screwed. You know what I mean? It'd be on my, my own terms and stuff like that. And I'd have to spend so much money just trying to get back home.
Yeah. My big goal right now is the gathering. I'm working on that pretty much.
Oh, me too.
Getting there and figuring that
Everybody.
shit out.
It's everybody. It's tough. It's tough on everybody right now, but
It's
I
not
know we're
even
all
like
going to get there.
or anything. It's just getting there.
Our firm does these egg prices and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Did
I
you
just feel like it's very exciting that it's only 88 days away, and we're all going to like not be on a screen. It'll be awesome.
Right. Yeah.
It'll be
Way
their
different.
side.
And my brother has never been there, and I know you will be giving him hugs. That's awesome. But he came late, so he missed a lot of what we were saying about the gathering. And I was trying to like tell him the other night, he custom designed his clothes or whatever, and he was talking about like making pants and stuff, and I was like, don't make pants.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like
hot.
it's cool to have like costumes and outfits and stuff like that, but there's no sense in like bringing your totally best gear, because literally you're gonna get dirty. It like saying I'm not gonna even take my chapter 17 shoes, because you're walking around in dirt and stuff like that. Especially during the shows and everything. There's all kinds of liquids and everything like that on the ground and stuff like that. So you're gonna get dirty, you know what I mean? So that it's not best to really bring, your best ICP attire. It's cool to show it off maybe during the day or whatever like that, but if you're going to the actual show and getting in the pits and stuff like that, and stuff like that, I wouldn't recommend just taking your best clothes. I would just take a decent ICP shirts and some Crocs or anything like that. But
Yeah, and he also missed when you said, I thought it was really interesting that you said this before, that being from Texas, you also thought that it was hot, really, really hot there.
Yeah, for sure.
Dress
Cool.
Oregon, it's not really hot there.
It's cool to wear the jerseys and stuff like that, but during the day, it's not recommended. I'd get short. Like me, I'm a cut off my sleeve t-shirt type of guy, so I'll usually have like ICP basketball jerseys or something, that's sleeveless, or just the Lazy and Crazy shirts. They're real light, material, so they're cool to have on and stuff like that, because they're, like I said, they're real light. They're real breathable. Stuff like that. Stay hydrated. That's rule number one. Stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. Make sure you eat.
Yeah, and sit. Don't
Rest.
just keep walking around. Like sit and find some shade, or bring some shade, like umbrella or whatever, because it can get really, really warm very, very quickly with the asphalt and all the people.
True. And I mean, like saying there's always something going on, and although you want to see everything, there, feel free that don't feel bad if you miss out on something, and that you're taking an hour or two to, like I said, sit down at your campsite to drink water. It's like, oh man, I wanted to see this, but I don't even have time because the show's going to start or whatever. It's like, well, but kind of like weigh and choose, kind of like what's more important. Do you want to be hydrated and watch the show that you've been wanting to see forever, or miss out on hydrating and go see one of the shows before and then pass out during the big show type thing? Because like I said, once the sun goes down, that's when the real show starts.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I did see a lot of people passed out in the middle of the day too, and they're like, and at night, and I bet they really, really regretted it, because I thought a lot of the stuff was really, really good. Everybody was good that performed anywhere there, like in a tent, in the parking lot, anywhere. It's pretty amazing. But at night, I think that's when the vibe gets a little bit different. It's darker. There's more focus on the stage. You know what I mean? During the daytime, it's just the heat feels hotter. You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's the humidity. And then, of course, like I said, during the day it wants to rain, but it's not raining, so it's just all that mugginess in the air and stuff like that, and it just makes it the heat index. Stay hydrated.
You turn the music on, Bob. Is that your goodbye music?
Yeah, we're 2 hours deep.
Okay, well, fine.
I'm not being rude. I'm
just talking.
No, I was just turning it low. He could have kept talking. Better shut up. No.
Was that its soundtrack? Is that EC's soundtrack? We got to figure out a soundtrack for the EC's moment. You should make a MF Doom beat.
I got one on here, but I don't know which one it is.
We both like him, so
yeah. I wanted to send them another one that it's part 4 of the lo-fi villain.
Yeah. Word.
Strange. Remember, all caps when you spell the man's name.
True. She says that every time too. She's like,
I do.
I'm like, it's in the song.
Yeah, I don't say it to be rude. Like, hey, I say it because he says it in the song, and it's all respect.
It's like every time that I say anything about that, I like say it. Bob's like, you said that last time. I'm like, oh. Every time I'm like, EC's like, it's like, I know. EC said, do it all in caps. I forget. I repeat myself. I'm old as hell.
So am
But
I.
Bob's giving us our cue out music. He said we're
Like I
going
said,
over our time limit.
y'all. Woo woo.
Love you, dude.
Good night, EC. Thanks for doing your EC's moment.
Thank
Appreciate
y'all.
it.
Be on the chat real quick.
Yeah. Word.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if anybody has any content requests or any nominations for Jug of the Week, please leave them underneath the video in the comment section right now, or contact us on Instagram or TikTok or X or Threads or Twitter or email. We have email strangelysuspicious@gmail.com. And if you donated to the Venmo or the Cash App, we'll find out soon. And we do certainly appreciate that. If you would consider a membership, please think that over. It's only $2.99 a month. It really helps out the channel. Please make sure that you practice reaching out to people this month and making it a habit, and checking on the people who you feel do and do not need checking on.
Much love.
Okay, much love to you, Trevor, and Silver Stasher, and everybody who is in chat right now that I can't see because I have this big light on me. Bob's throwing a raccoon at you guys. Spooky Tuesday. You just missed our whole 2-hour stream if you just came in here. Apologize for that. It's kind of an unorganized stream, but you could rewatch it. That would be awesome. Give it a like and a comment. Subscribe if you like the channel. Everybody else, thank you for being here. Make sure you spread love, kindness, and positivity, and make sure that you are subscribed to us and to things like JCW and Psychopathic Records and Killer Collections. They are my brother's channel. Also, among all kinds of people. Let me put this on real quick. Let's do channel shout outs real quick. Here we go. There's our list of recommended channels for you guys. Please check those out if you need to rewatch to see this list. We put it several times during our live stream. We do love you. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Bob, you have anything to say?
Much love, guys. See you next time.
See you next time, very soon.
This is